Hi guys, it's April and this is my mid-year check-in. I've got some things that I guess I can tell you about because half of the year has gone by and we are now in the second half of the year and hopefully I'm on track for most of my goals. We're about to find out. So my first goal for 2019 is my reading goal, the number of books that I was hoping to read this year. This is always the first goal I throw out there because it's pretty standard as far as goals go. I have set 130 books as my reading goal this year. I needed to be at least halfway to that reading goal at this point in time, and at this point, I'm 98 books. I'm doing pretty good. My stretch goal is 200 books. That seems almost kind of in sight. That might be a possibility this year, but I'm not going to stress about that stretch goal. That is just there because it'd be a cool number to hit. I hit it a couple times in the past. Don't think I hit it last year because last year was crazy. A lot of things went on, but that is something that is possible this year. I'm slowly getting back on track of where my reading used to be when I was crazy and just started BookTube. I don't know if that's a sane place to be, but I'm almost there again. And I figured it'd be cool to give you a little bit of the stats involved in those 98 books because I'm getting really into all of my reading stats. I don't know why, I just am. But so far I am over 29,000 pages read. I'm reading about 160 pages a day, which is on average 2 days per book, because the average length of the books I'm reading are about 300 pages long. Overall, I'm giving an average rating to all of my reads about a 3.6 stars on average. So I'm usually giving 3 or 4 stars. That seems to be my headspace. At this point, I know a lot of what I like to read, but I'm a little stingy about giving away the 5 stars. You really have to wow me at this point to get the 5 stars. And some of the 5 stars are just books that hit me at the right time, that made me just extremely happy. It just jived with me in the perfect way. I'm happy to say that I don't have a ton of 1 or 2 star reads. I like to see that because I'm happiest when I'm reading books that I like. Most of the time, my reads sit in the fantasy, sci-fi, supernatural spectrum of the reading genres. I knew this going in that was probably going to be the case. That is where I like to read. I do read a little bit all over. I do read some nonfiction. I do read some fiction. I do read some what are the other ones? I'm all over the place normally spectrum-wise with my reading, but those categories, the supernatural, the fantasy, the sci-fi, those are where I really like to read. I've always been that way, and I don't think I'm suffering because of it. I'm okay with that. Overall, my reading formats tend to be hardback and graphic novels. This is a little bit weird in my stats because I can't do multiple formats for what I'm reading, because a lot of times, even though I'm reading in the hardback, I'm also reading in the e-version as well. Maybe I need to start adding in a multi-format feature into my spreadsheet so I can get some stats and see where, on average, I'm reading across different kinds of formats of reading. I think that'd be cool. It's one of those things I just thought about as I was filming this and trying to get the stats together for this. I think starting next year, I will add that to my spreadsheet to figure all of that out. Now, already halfway through the year, and I really don't want to backtrace on all of those reads because I can't really tell you. I mean, I guess I could go back and look to see which ones I have the e-version for, but I borrow a lot of those e-versions as well. It's weird. So yes, next year I will have the multi-format in my stats. That was a long-winded tangent. I'm sorry. Most of my reads do tend to be in the 2000 realm. I think that's just because I'm trying to read all the books on my bookshelf, and most of those are purchases that have happened in the 2000s because that's when I got old enough to get a lot of money, to buy a lot of things, and this happened. So I'm trying to play catch up with a lot of my owned TBR. Maybe after I whittle that down, that'll change a little bit, but let's be honest, there are a lot of new and shiny things out there, and I'll probably continuously watch the new releases. Not entirely sure what that freak out was about, but it scared the living bejesus out of me. Thank you, dogs. I guess we can just... It was somewhere in the realm of, yes, I like reading newer reads and seeing where the literary world is going. I think that's what I was trying to say. I am reading more female authors than male authors. I don't necessarily know what that means. It's probably because I understand their perspective of the world, so they draw me more. That's just a fun fact. Now, a really interesting fact that I kind of discovered wheedling through all of the numbers is that while May was my month where I read the most books, I read 26 books, April was actually my most pages read, with somewhere around 6,010 pages read. So it goes to show you that I read bigger books in April, but I read more books in May. And I suppose I've bored you enough about all of those stats. If you are interested in any of my other reading stats, let me know down below, because I'm really interested in finding out these things. So if there are numbers that you think would be interesting, tell me down below and maybe I can start tracking some of those. But my second goal for the year was to attend at least one bookish event. And I have bought tickets for BookNet Fest. Now, it's going to be an adventure. I'm really excited. I get to meet some of you guys in person for the first time, so I'm excited about that. I have plans to meet up with Shae and actually meet her one-on-one. That's gonna be a thing. But I know at the same time that this is going to be a new realm for me. There's a reason I'm on the internet. There's a reason I sit and I talk to a camera and I use this interface of technology rather than face-to-face things. So if I do meet you in person and I'm extremely awkward, just know that's just kind of who I am. I could apologize, but this is me. I also had a goal of interacting with the community more, making comments in videos, talking to you guys on Twitter, Instagram, and all of those fun social things. I'm kind of getting there. I am doing more live streams. I am participating in chats. I still lag sometimes on a lot of comments and all those bits and pieces. I watch you guys. I promise I do. I just don't always comment. I know I should, but I don't know. Some of the times I'm just like, well, I don't have anything completely constructive to say besides I really like this video, so I give you my views and I give you my likes and I give you those kind of things. And then I sometimes just go completely silent on Twitter and Instagram. It's a thing that happens. I find that during the week, I can be pretty good interacting on any kind of socials, but come the weekend, all bets are off. I tend to focus on whatever project is right in front of my face. So I'm sorry about that. But like I said, I am getting more involved in live streams. I've been pretty steadily doing my Sunday live streams, and I have started a book club with Shae, which we do a live stream once a month. I really truly enjoy that. And even in the coloring realm, I'm starting to do these color along collabs that are really, really super fun. I will also throw out here that I am starting to dabble a little bit on Twitch. I've been doing streams here and there on Twitch just for little side things that I feel would be fun to do. Some of them I am uploading to YouTube because I think they have some relevance. I'm probably going to be doing the weirdest art, craft, whatever shenanigans over on Twitch. I'm not saying you have to go over there and follow me or anything, but just know that I'm going to start to exist on that plane, but I'm still going to be very much present here because this is my first home. And the last goal I had is my color in chapter projects, where I color in a page completely, I record it, and then I pick a story to narrate over top of the sped up version of that coloring page. I think I've done only one this year. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have only done one, and that's the Puss in Boots one. I'm not 100% happy with how that turned out. I feel like it's really, really, really rapid, but if I made the speed slower, it would have been a really long video. That was a long color. I just haven't finished a lot of pages this year. That is one thing that I'm still trying to find a balance between coloring and reading. I love doing both, but one of them always ultimately takes priority over the other one, and it's just a thing. I think I am going to have the dragon book one done soon. I don't know what story I'm going to read to it. Recommendations down below, please, because I am totally lost with what I'm going to do with that page. No idea. So those are all of my goals that I set up at the beginning of the year. I think I'm doing pretty okay so far. I am throwing in another goal there just because I can, and it's the middle of the year and I'm me. But that is to wheedle my owned read books to under 200 books. I think I'm sitting at like 230 right now. That feels about right. I'm hoping to get it under that. We'll see. Life goals are always good. Tell me down below how you are doing so far this year. If you have additional goals that you want to do. If you have a check-in video, let me know down below, and I heart your beautiful faces.